Once upon a time, there was a happy young flag named Flaggy, who lived with a local youth pastor named Hilky. He was happy with his life, but he was also dissatisfied because he never had any excitement. Until one day, he was viciously and brutally kidnapped by a burglar. And right away, the burglar made his quick escape. The burglar was quick, and he thought he had it made, but the intern was quicker. Right away, a fight broke out, and Flaggy was thrown away in the ruckus, bumping his head. Due to this bump on his head, he caught amnesia and helplessly started wandering around the entire city. Flaggy wandered everywhere around the town, looking for some purpose or some point to his life, something that would remind him of what he was for, but he couldn't find a single thing that brought anything back, so he decided just to sit down on a bench and cry. Unexpectedly, as he was sitting there crying, somebody he didn't know came and sat next to him. Now this person decided to become friends with Flaggy, and his name was Caden. Now Caden took Flaggy out to lunch, and Flaggy described to him all his life problems and how he couldn't remember anything, but Caden, he understood, and he promised that he would help Flaggy find his purpose. Of course, after playing some games at Toad's. After doing this, they decided to travel the world. Here's Caden and Banana at Taj Mahal. Oh wait, sorry, no, that's a different story. Here's Flaggy and Caden at Taj Mahal. And here's Caden and Flaggy at the Eiffel Tower. Oh, and here's them at that Egyptian place, I forget what it's called. Oh, and here's them at the Colosseum. They had a terrible camera, by the way. Oh, and here's them at that Stonehenge. Oh, and there's Big Ben. Oh, and they even stopped by some little African tribal areas. And finally, they ended up in Dutchland. Now you see, in Dutchland, Hilky is a very common name among Hollishers. And so they met a person named Hilky there, and it jogged Flaggy's memory of his past master, Hilky. And he also remembered how discontented he was with Hilky because he was so boring. But then, Caden knew it was right, and he took Flaggy out to lunch and convinced Flaggy that he needed to leave Caden, who was amazing, incredible, genius, cunning, bodacious, wonderful, astounding, long, tan, and handsome, remarkable, hilarious, fluffy-haired, bedazzling, magnificent, beautiful, and oh so humble, and he decided to go to Hilky. But even though Hilky was somewhat boring, Hilky and Flaggy lived happily ever after. And Caden even came and visited sometimes too. The end.